Tonight on Closer Look, two prominent Canadian musicians have launched lawsuits against each other after one accused the other of sexual abuse in a memoir released late last year. Deryck Whibley of Sum 41 made the allegations against Treble Chargers Greig Nori, triggering international headlines back in October. Suit Today reporter James Hopkin has been covering the story since the beginning and has the exclusive details about the newly filed court actions. James joins us tonight from Sault Ste. Marie. James, before we get to the allegations and where we are today, what can you tell us about the relationship between Whibley and Nori? How long have they known each other, and how did their paths initially cross?
Okay, Scott, well, as far as I can understand it, this relationship goes back to the 1990s. Whibley was apparently 16 years old at the time. Nori, for his part, was in his 30s. They ended up connecting just over music, and Nori eventually became a mentor of sorts towards Whibley and the members of Sum 41. Now he would provide advice, some contacts within the music industry, even music gear on occasion, and their relationship seemed to blossom from there. And it blossomed to the point where Whibley was taken aback by Nori. He was a bit starstruck, I believe. And it evolved to the point where Nori became his manager, but as Whibley alleges in his memoir, it was on one condition, and that was Nori wanted total control of the band. And that relationship happened, as well as it's alleged a relationship between the two.
So, James, this all started with the release of Whibley's book, Walking Disaster, and some very serious allegations against Greig Nori. What were they, and how did Nori respond?
Okay, well, Walking Disaster details many facets of their relationship, how essentially Whibley says he was coerced into a sexual relationship. And it all started on an ecstasy-fueled venture together to a warehouse party where Nori allegedly kissed Whibley, and then things just kind of went from there. Now, even though Whibley kept this quiet from his bandmates, he still went ahead with the relationship, although he claims that he was pressured into it.
So, James, it's become a bit of a war of words of sorts. Whibley claiming abuse, Nori claimed the relationship was consensual and of a sexual nature, then fizzled out, although adding their business relationship did continue. Then Whibley took the fight to social media. What did he say?
Well, Whibley did not take Nori's prepared statement very well at all. In fact, he clapped back at Nori on social media, and this video went viral. It was all over Instagram, it was all over TikTok, and essentially Whibley was saying, okay, well, you've called me a liar. Maybe we should take this to the courtroom and settle it.
And that's exactly where we are now. So now, lawyers for Nori have filed a notice of action against the founder of Sum 41, claiming more than $6 million in damages over the allegations of sexual abuse and grooming. The claim also names the publisher of the book, by the way, Simon & Schuster, as defendants. What is he claiming in his suit, and how has Whibley countered?
Okay, so Nori is basically suing Whibley for libel. There's libel. There are a host of other things that he is alleging, but it all boils down to Whibley misrepresenting the entire situation in his memoir. Now, for his part, Whibley has countered, delivering his own notice of action, like you said, 4 days after Nori filed his notice of action. Now, Whibley counters by saying, hey, you called me a liar. This is defamation. You are painting me in a false light. and now I'm seeking $3 million in damages. So this whole thing has really ramped up in a hurry.
Okay, so let's talk about next steps, James. What are they? Has a court date been set on either of these matters?
No court dates have been set, and as far as we know, Scott, neither statement of claim nor statement of defense have been filed in either matter. So basically, this is just sitting in limbo. It's going to be widely reported. Sue Today got to it first, but I'm positive this won't be the last that we hear about either of these legal actions.
No question about that. It'll be interesting to see where it goes from here. James Hopkin from Sue Today on tonight's Closer Look.